think it's dry enough to put some nitrogen on wheat. So let's put the tank on the gooseneck trailer here, fill it with nitrogen, and get ready to go. All right, the tank is loaded. We are ready to go to the field, but there is something else I need to show you first. I made a new purchase a couple of weeks ago. Oh, I guess it's been about a month ago now. I finally broke down and bought a new sprayer. This is a crop care 500-gallon sprayer with 45-foot hydraulic fold booms on it. It is a used sprayer. It is, I think it was manufactured in the fall of 2012, so about 5.5 years old, maybe 6 years old. It is in very good condition. I found it in Pennsylvania. I went out one day intent on ordering a new sprayer. I was going to spec it out the way I wanted it, but the timeline for having it built was over a month, and I didn't want to wait that long. So I had seen this one advertised on tractorhouse.com, and it was about another 45-minute drive from where I was looking at the new sprayer. So headed up there, made a deal, and went back 2 days later and with my gooseneck trailer and brought it down the road. So I have sprayed one field of wheat. Last week I sprayed it just to try it out. The only issue with the sprayer, this boom right on the end was bent down a little bit. I did heat it and straighten it back out. That was the only issue I saw with it. It has got triple nozzle bodies on it, and it has a Raven control monitor with it. PTO driven pump. So I should be a little bit more productive with this sprayer than with my old one. I've got about another 10 feet or so that I'm spraying with it. With this triple nozzle body on it. I've got 2 sets of nozzles on it right now that it will be easy to switch back and forth with the Raven control monitor. I can adjust my gallons per acre pretty easily. So we'll see how it goes. It does have a foam marker system on it. I've not even hooked that up. I assume it works. It looks like it does, but I didn't even hook it up. I'm going to continue to use my GPS system for tracking. So we will get this in the field and spray some more wheat with it and see how it goes. I'll try to get some footage of that. So stay tuned. Alright, so over there in the field is a dead skunk. There is one eagle there and a couple of buzzards. The buzzards are kind of staying away. I guess they're scared of the eagle. I guess the eagle is at the top of the food chain. This is about the closest I have ever been to these eagles up here, but I guess they're hungry, so that's why I'm able to get this close. There is an eagle's nest on this farm. I assume there is either an egg or two or an eaglet or two in the nest. Is that the proper term for a small eagle, a baby eagle, an eaglet? So it would be interesting to know if the eagle is going to take some of the skunk back to the nest for the small one. Although I don't know why, because they're right on the water, so there is plenty of fish to eat, and I would assume fish would be better to eat than skunk, but I'm not an eagle, so I don't know. But in my dreams, I do fly like an eagle. That is a recurring dream of mine. Flying like an eagle high above the trees. I can see everything in my dreams. Old habits are very hard to break sometimes. After 20 plus years of using this lever to engage and disengage the sprayer, that is no more. This is now used to control the hydraulic booms on the sprayer, and instead it's a switch up here that I need to use to engage and disengage the sprayer. So there's been numerous times this morning I have hit this lever, but nope, the sprayer still keeps on going. I think I misspoke earlier when I was describing the sprayer and what I had with the sprayer. I have a T-Jet 844E console here. I think I mentioned Raven earlier, but no, it is a T-Jet 844E console here. So I have just got it working off of a speed sensor on the wheel, just a magnetic sensor on the sprayer wheel itself. I did calibrate it, you know, I measured out the course of 300 feet or whatever it was. I drove the distance and calibrated the console. So it appears to be on the money based on my GPS counter. In this counter here, everything is syncing pretty well within 1/10 of an acre, it appears. One thing I noticed the first day I sprayed with this sprayer was that there is no sight glass to let me know how many gallons are in the sprayer. With this yellow tank on cloudy days, it's hard to see the level in the sprayer. So I looked at ways to plumb a sight gauge in the sprayer, and I've been debating that, but I don't think I'm going to have to. This console counts the gallons for me, so as long as I remember to reset this after each tank, then I think I'll be okay, and we'll know how many gallons I have left. So you know, it's a 500-gallon tank at the moment. I've sprayed 227 gallons out of it. There are times that I don't always spray a full tank or fill it up all the way, where I only need 100 or 200 gallons in there to finish up. That's maybe a little difficult without a sight gauge, trying to determine how much to put in there initially, but we'll figure that out. And if it comes to it, I will put a sight gauge on here. I don't think it'll be that much of a problem. A quick update on the shooting at my daughter's high school last week. If you've been paying attention to the news, it was on the national news. The parents of the girl who was shot, they pulled their daughter off of life support, so she passed away last week. There will be a service this week for her. The autopsy results just came back on the shooter last night. Those results showed the shooter actually killed himself. It was his bullet that killed him, and the officer at the school that shot at him, the investigation has determined that the officer's bullet actually hit the shooter's gun, I think is the way it came out. So, of course, the controversy is, did the officer stop any more killings or not? If the officer hadn't have been there, would the boy shot any more people, or would he still have taken his own life? Who knows? But anyhow, only 2 people dead out of that scenario. It could have been much worse. So we will give the officer credit for stopping any more killings. I will try to leave a link in the description below this video where you can go to and find a map of the scene. They have a map of the high school and where the different shootings took place within the school, and a timeline. There is also some audio of the 911 calls that the students made seeking help and reporting the shooting. They actually have the kid on there who was shot in the leg. Apparently he made a call himself to 911 saying that he had been shot. A bunch of audio from a number of different kids calling 911. I'll try to remember to leave that link in the description below so you can see and hear that if you'd like. Back in February, when we were having some warm days, this wheat looked pretty good. It was very green and growing nicely, but my goodness, when March hit and the temperatures got cold, this wheat just kind of stopped. It got a brownish tint to it. This March has been one of our coldest on record. It has just been a brutal March for the temperatures. Today is only in the low 40s, and I think that's as high as it is going to get. Now tomorrow, and it looks like the rest of the week, we should be hitting 60s, almost 70 degrees on Thursday, I guess. And April is just a couple days away. Today is Tuesday. April is Easter Sunday, so we don't have many more days left in March, but it looks like the last couple of days of March will be a bit warmer, so we'll have this nitrogen on the wheat, and once we get these warm days, it should take off and grow again. But I'm still very pleased with the stand that I've got here. It looks like it's tillered very nicely, but we are still a long ways from having the crop made, so anything can happen. I probably can't hold this steady enough for you to see, but it's cycling down in the right hand corner between the gallons I've sprayed and the acres. So 380 gallons, 15.94 acres that I've gone over, and that is with this tank. I try to remember to reset that counter after each tank. And you can see we're going about 7 miles an hour, spraying 24 gallons to the acre. Alright, I should just about be out. I'm at 483 gallons here. So I'm not going to get back to the other end of the field, so I guess we will stop it here and go fill up again. There is the eagle. I am within 100 feet, 50 feet, and there it goes. The skunk is still up here in the field, or part of it, because I just saw the buzzards there. That is just a beautiful sight, in my opinion. The American bald eagle. It is going up to the tree that it normally sits in, it looks like. Yes, the eagle has landed. See ya!